Social media, you can get stuff out quick, but is it gonna be accurate?
Is it right?
I don't care who delivers the news first. That doesn't impress me at all. It really doesn't. You watch some of these different news channels. I mean, they put their own prerogative or whatever, but they might not come out and tell you, okay, we are being very Republican about our beliefs, but after you've seen it enough, you realize Democrat, Republican, whatever.
Yeah.
And I got into Facebook whenever it was
when it was still exclusive to colleges.
Yes, exactly.
I remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got into it. Okay, so yeah. Well, I mean, we're
Yeah.
within range of ages here, but I remember my wife and I both got into it whenever it was exclusive to colleges, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And that was pretty much it. I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, I signed up my name and put my picture. And
Yeah.
I was like,
are you in a relationship?
there it is. And I turned it on. And then from there, I remember like going through all the friend accepting and blah, blah, blah. And at some point it boomed. And I was just, I barely used it to begin with anyways. I mean, I use Facebook as once a month I check it. I see what friends want to be my friend nowadays, and I check to see if anyone sent me a message that doesn't have a real contact for me, because we're not that close.
Right.
And then from there, if it's someone I do want to be that close, I send right back response, this is my phone number, call me.
Right.
Don't text me, call me, because I want to talk to you. I don't want to
No instant
like
messages.
your comment to me.
Right. So we know Facebook as a social connector.
Yes.
What about these social media outlets as news media outlets?
I think most people don't pay attention at all. So for them, if they're getting news when they otherwise weren't, it actually could be a plus. So for people, we probably all pay attention, so it doesn't help us much. Although it helps me in a certain way. But for people who aren't watching it at all, this is probably getting them more. And rather than just, it's almost better than if you watch Fox or MSNBC, the blatantly biased ones. At least here, there's a lot of interaction. So you're not just seeing the news. If you're seeing 10 comments, you can comment yourself. You can have a whole debate right there on Facebook. So I think it's a lot of people who would not be engaged. Oh, you will. And for me, it's useful because I get on Facebook a lot, but I've noticed that it can be a one-stop shop. You /like things you're interested in. So I got my news people I like. I got just sports that I like. So I get tons of Packer news. And it's all from logging on to Facebook. And I get my friends' updates. So for me, it's a one-stop shopping of all this news really quick. Now, if I want in-depth information, I have to go to Google. But that's only a click away. I think it's really useful for streamlining information to me.
But what about the accuracy of the information? Especially when you're coming from, Joe Dirt, who
won't check his facts.
Who won't check his facts.
It's just reading.
Exactly.
And regurgitate.
I just picture the 12-year-old that's like, well, my mom said, oh, that's sweet.
Right. So how do we handle that?
They were going to be misinformed anyways, most likely. So, I mean, it's a plus. Before it was my mom says, here it's my friend and 8 other people said. If all those 8 people, it's still more to them. So really, I don't think you're doing that much damage because most of the ignorant people, that's really intolerant sounding, but it's probably not going to damage them. So
I want to just, and I think you were noticing it because we were both kind of making faces on this. I like that you mentioned the fact that they're probably getting more than what they would beforehand, and that's a plus because I didn't. We were talking just a little, and I didn't think about that before, and that's true. Whether it's the most accurate or not, they are still at least hearing it.
To me, it scares me because so many people can put out false information,
Oh well, then.
and thousands can just run with it. And that can be, now it can work in a good fashion as well.
And a lot of the negatives with it, like false news spreading, I mean, that happens by word of mouth as well. So a lot of those happen anyways, although this might intensify it. Although it also can intensify truth spreading.
Yeah,
so it kind of goes both ways.
To the point, also, on that side, a lot of times when you do see false information spread up, at least somebody will come up, like, somebody puts an urban legend or something up there, and then 2 comments down, you got some link to Snopes where it disproves it, or somebody says, actually, it's this way. So you have people on there who are disputing it. So then maybe if you have some person look at it, and they'll start thinking, maybe I should start researching, or maybe I should start verifying these facts, and maybe somebody gets that out of it.
That's true. And you look at even the